Welcome. This video is specially designed for our members who usually apply to IT support positions, or maybe they land a position and then they ask us, how can I learn specifically targeted skills, or how can I apply to this specific position, and how can I prepare myself? So this is going to be for our premium members because the things I'm about to show does require resources like labs. So of course, well, for labs, you need to be a premium member. If you're not a premium member, and let's say in some cases we get new members who are already applying to some position, and you may still get some sort of help by getting a 5 days access to our premium membership. By just paying $2, you get access to the premium membership for 5 days. So I think it's a great way for you to get ready for interview by just using trial. If you don't want it after that, you can just let the system cancel your membership automatically. We don't charge after that. So now that's done, let's get started and log in with your premium membership. Now, once you log into your premium membership, you see there's many courses available, but you're targeting a interview right now or a specific skill. I'm going to talk about interview first. Now, of course, if you want to be kind of true to yourself and like, hey, am I doing the right way, this the right way? I'm going to say, yes, you're going to do all these tips and tricks to kind of get to the point where you want to prepare yourself for an interview. But I will be straight honest to people that if you have not done this correctly, meaning you have not studied correctly, then of course none of this will be helpful. So the first tip is to start your training the correct way by doing roadmaps. So you go to the roadmaps, you're going to start the roadmap and click on continue courses. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is that if you're preparing yourself for jobs, you need to be trained the right way. So these courses are in sequence. Basically, you will start with part one, then there's part two, then there's part three. Like this is the three one: IT support, Active Directory, Office 365, and tech skills. And then the last one is, you can see right here, it says IT support, people skills for IT support professionals. So this is going to teach you a lot of that soft skills, and then you get prepared for the job. Now this is the proper way, because if you miss all of these things and you haven't done this as a member, then I think you're kind of cheating yourself at this point. Yes, you are going to jump around here and there, but I will be very honest, IT skills cannot be learned by just shortcutting things like that. You cannot jump to advanced skills. You will always have this scared feeling. You will always not be happy with your progress. And later on, that can give you a lot of trouble with stress. So, the first big tip for you is that if you have time, then stop doing the tips and just go with the right plan, which basically shows you this whole map that you have to go through all the way down the correct way. So then anything, when you come across anything in the job description like this, and anything, for example, Office 365, now you see automatically you have covered Office 365 right here. If there's something else like Active Directory, it's also covered in that course. And not only this course, it is covered from all the way from top, part one, two, DNS, DHCP, every single thing that you're thinking that that's going to be asked in the interview will be covered in all of this program. This is going to take you 2 to 3 months for someone who's a beginner, and for people who are already advanced in IT, they may just kind of go over it and find out that they can do this very quickly. Now, how can you prepare yourself for the interview? My first recommendation to people is that you go to the third course, which is basically this one, the IT support, Active Directory, Office 365, and other tech skills. This is going to be the course that you need to start if you want to prepare yourself for more of like the modern IT skills that a lot of people will ask questions. So if you want to do this from a course style, then just jump into this if you want to prepare yourself for an interview quickly. Let me remind you again that this is for people who want to do it quickly. For people who want to do this correctly, start from here. All you got to do is to click on this and start the course. So coming back to the third course, because you are in a hurry right now, you need to focus on this course because I assume you have done the first part too. So now if you're going to come back over here, you see if you have done this in your training, then I think this wouldn't be an issue. You're probably like, okay, I just have to review or revise or kind of like go back into this course and just kind of like go over some things like ticketing system. What are some of the tickets related to Active Directory? This is a 70 minutes video, and it's going to show you exactly how you need to do certain things. Like if somebody asks you, do you know how to tell me the process of resetting a password for Active Directory. So you can really talk about this, because in this type of videos, all of this is kind of like a real world training, and it kind of go beyond just Active Directory. It goes to a group policy, Office 365, management skills, and then there's a ticketing system right here, and then it goes to troubleshooting, which is going to be another basic question in interview. So this is more of like a learning where, like I said, you're going to develop your answers by learning and watching. And if you have a lab access, you will be able to do this in a lab system as well. Now, coming back to the roadmap, and let's go back to, let's say, the resume course. So if you don't want to go towards the roadmap, you can go to my courses and just search for resume. Let's just do that right now, and you can see the IT support resume and applying for a job. This is going to be the one that's going to prepare you for actual interviews, because we have done mock interviews, we have done Q&As in here. So I'm just going to show you right here. Once you go in here, you can see these are kind of like, the introductions, sample resume to use, searching for jobs, interview preparation. As you can see, when you come down here, this is where you start the preparation. It tells you exactly what to do before the interview, preparation for the on-site interview, how to prepare for technical interview, premium, it says right there. So you see, when you go over all of this information, that is what's going to prepare you for that actual interview. And that's going to be like a little more quicker way. If you come down right here, it says interview questions and answers. This is a long kind of like a list of Q&As that we have created for like a specific question. What, practice the interview. What is a network, or what is IP, DNS, local user versus domain users, Windows 10, CMD, virtualization. These are the common questions for people to just check you out if you know this stuff that you're talking about. So if you look at it, for example, if you open this right here, it's going to throw all of these questions right here, like the question that they may be able to ask, and the example answers are also given to you. So you can click all over this, like what is network? These are the basic ones that people can ask you. This will be a little more like, technical. So what is DHCP? What is IP? The answers are given to you as well. Now, this is like, you can really finish this from text format. You can do the video format. For example, these are the video format on the top right here. Success stories. In this success stories, people also gives you advices as well. Like people have landed a job before you, and they just give you some of the advices over here. So we got like compile all of this from our members to just give you this information in this one course. So this is why it's super important for someone who is getting into a kind of like, what do I do right here? Because I just, I am just in a hurry right now. My interview is like in 2 days. So this course would be it. Now, for this course, you don't need a premium membership, by the way. This is like, if you want to get the knowledge and prepare yourself, then it's free. Like you can actually get a free membership and get access to this course for free. Now, there's another technique that I like to use. If, for example, if you're not finding things inside the courses, because everything is in a sequence and we are trying to train people. So if you don't want to do that, you can just go to the video library here. This library have more than 8,000 videos. So if I just go here and say, you know what, I am just going to look for something about Active Directory, because it's in a description. Of course, we cannot cover every single thing in the world to put it in description, but I'm sure that the help desk will cover a lot of it. So for example, if you type Active Directory, it's going to look for Active Directory videos in 8,000 videos, 8,000 plus videos. So you see so many videos just came up. Create a new Active Directory user. So you can just open this and it will show you exactly how the trainer have created an Active Directory user. And these are all interview questions, by the way. So you can kind of take the same technique and talk about DHCP, and DHCP will pull up right here. You can say DNS, and DNS will pull up. So it could be a mixture of labs, it could be a mixture of lectures, it could be a mixture of many things. That will give you confidence, at least very quickly, that okay, you know what, this company has this description. I did my some sort of research. I went to their website. They have a certain type of technologies that they use. Let me just go to Jobskillshare with my membership, that I can search these things and directly I can watch a video lectures here. Whatever I can find here, I'm just going to go through whichever looks good to me. I'm just going to start looking at these videos. And that is another quick way for you to kind of counter what you're going to face. And that's for any job. There's no specific, rule for this. It could be anything. And the last one is hands-on practice. So in that case, you will need premium access. So click on Practice Labs, and here you will see all of your labs available here. So you see you have more than 174 labs, with almost each lab is like 40 hours worth of content, and that has more than 15,000 exercises. But the only problem over here, you cannot search for, let's say, Active Directory, and it's going to pull that lab for you. You need to know which lab have servers, and for that, like I said, you do need to kind of understand basics, and that basics will be learned from your roadmap style of learning, because somebody needs to let you know how these labs works, where to open it, where to get the support, and that is what's going to happen from here. You cannot just come directly over here and expect that things are going to work for you the way you want. So that's going to be stress. So but if you know your stuff, then I think you can do it. Let's say, for example, you're looking for server related courses because it has Active Directory. You will know for sure that it's going to have Active Directory. Just type 005. That's probably the newest CompTIA server plus lab. Once you click on launch, it's going to launch a lab for you, and that's what you're going to see right here. So this is what everything is covered in that right here, like in a server plus. And of course, you may not be applying for sysadmin. You may be applying for a just a help desk position, and they may not expect you to know all of this server stuff. But at least you can open the server and then get to the Active Directory and start practicing what you're seeing in the courses. Let's say you're not going through the courses, because then you will be told exactly what to do. You don't have any of that issue. But let's say you came straight to this lab and you're just like, okay, let me turn on these machines. I'm going to turn on all these three machines right now. And I'm going to forget about the left side because I don't care about that. I'm just going to open servers, and then maybe I'll open a YouTube video somewhere. Maybe I'll open a some sort of like a blog, or I went to Jobskillshare course and I just like start watching those Active Directory videos, and I'm not using the course lab, but here I just want to practice on my own as well. So you will turn on all these machines, and then of course you can start doing live practice. That's gonna kind of like after you learn things, then practice here. So then when you go to the interview, you're going to be super confident. You can talk about things, you can talk about these labs, try to break that barrier between you and a manager, where they will know that okay, this person has some sort of technical knowledge and he's involved in something, or she's involved in something that's IT related, and they like that stuff. So here you see I just opened a brand new server with a domain controller. This DC means domain controller. This is a member server, and this is basically Windows 10. And you got Linux stuff. We don't cover Linux, but here you see this is a domain controller. I'm going to go to the settings and click on systems, and then it will tell you exactly what this server has. It has 4 GB RAM, and it's a 2019 server. You can go to tools, and then here is the Active Directory users and management. And then you can use this Active Directory user management and play around with what you're learning, just to get that confidence practically. Because when you learn videos from YouTube, JSS, or any other platform, and if you have not done it hands-on, and when somebody asks you, tell me the steps, then usually it's very hard for someone to visualize the steps by just watching a video. So this is super, super helpful. And then, of course, after this, like for skills, I'm just going to straight come to the point. For skills, again, you need to learn things correctly from roadmaps. So if you have just landed a job and you're like, okay, how do I develop my skills? You have to do the same process by coming to the roadmaps. Go to the dashboard. First, just kind of understand what this platform is about. Go to roadmaps and listing, and here, if you have already landed a job and you're new to IT, finish the whole roadmap of modern IT support. You're going to learn a lot of skills. Then, if you feel like, okay, I need to know a little more advanced stuff in IT support, then go with this roadmap. If you want to move up from IT support, then go with the IT administration roadmap. It gets more and more and more advanced the more you go inside this, all of these roadmaps that we have created right here. Then we have just hands-on roadmaps. This is for people who don't want to watch videos and just go straight to the labs. Like, for example, networking skills. I want to know about networking. You can start this journey and then learn it through our lab systems by, let's say, Cisco Network Associate, CCNA, troubleshooting Cisco, and some of these labs gets updated throughout the year. So, of course, that is how you're going to then learn skills. And for the skills, if you feel like you don't want to deal with the JSS way of doing and you're too good with your stuff, let's say you want to even get more techie with this, you can just go straight to open your lab system. And after that, just search for the lab that you're looking for. So if you're looking for cybersecurity, type cyber security or hacking, let's say ethical hacking. These are real system, by the way. They are not simulation. So you can just say like that. And here you can see the 002 is available as well. So you can actually get into these type of like for example like this one. You can get into these labs and practice the pen testing and stuff like that. Real systems, by the way. So that's how you can use our membership in a very powerful way if you have a premium membership. If you have any question, let us know. We will try to make another video to make things easier for you. Thank you.